is Trinity. I'm Indonesia's leading travel writer. Until now, I've published 15 books, all national best-selling, and then 2 of them have been adapted into 2 movies. And then I also have the first travel blog in Indonesia since 2005. Right now, I'm still writing, well, not yet traveling since this pandemic, so I can say I'm a pre-COVID traveler. Well, that's a tough question, but I think I can say my most favorite tourism destination in Indonesia. So first one would be Raja Ampat. Is area in West Papua, very east of Indonesia. So this Raja Ampat, I like it because it's, I think, amazing. It's very beautiful. And then since I'm also a free diver and scuba diver, so there is the best place to dive. So, and then also Raja Ampat has, you know, untouched natural, because it's so far away and it's so remote, so not so many tourists come there, and it's kind of very expensive to go there because you have to hire a boat or live on board, you know, to go around the islands. And then, but it's very, very, very rewarding. And second place, I would say Komodo National Park. Can you see at the back of my...
Also, it's the background.
My virtual background is one of the island in Komodo National Park. Why I like it? Because Komodo, you know, the living largest lizard in the world, is only you can see it only in Indonesia, especially in Komodo Island. So there are some islands that has Komodo, but Komodo is not the only attraction. The view is always amazing. They also have like so many tiny islands that you can swim or snorkel or diving, and then and it's really, really like out of this world. So beautiful. And then the third, I would say Banda Islands. Banda Islands is in Maluku or Molucas. It's around 1 hour flight with the propeller, like very small plane from Ambon.
The ATR,
yeah. Not the ATR. It's actually smaller than that. It's only like 20 seats.
Okay.
So the Banda Island is very unique because of the history. So back then, the Portuguese came, the Dutch came. They started in Banda Islands. It was a rich kingdom that one of the island is actually exchanged. One of the island in Banda called Rune is exchanged to the Manhattan in New York because of the richness of the nutmeg and the herbs. So when they say the Spice Islands, it actually come from Banda Islands. And also Banda Islands, they have ruins of the colonial, also a very nice underwater, and they also have a volcano still active that you can climb. So it's really it's in one package. You can just go there and then you can see everything and you can do anything. I think each place has a special or unique culture, but there is one that, you know, I think is very, very unique, and it's only in that specific place that has this kind of culture is in Toraja. Toraja is a place in South Sulawesi. Right. About 8 hours bus drive from Makassar, the capital of South Sulawesi. And then why it's unique, because they are still, you know, holding the very unique beliefs and tradition and rituals, where they buried the dead people
Mm-hmm.
into a cave. So when you go to the cave, a special cave, you can see, all the skeletons and everything. But it's not smelly or anything, and not scary. But
Ah.
they are really thing that when you die, you will you will preserve the body. And
Mm-hmm.
then before that, these people who were buried in the cave, they make a statue, the
Hmm.
original size of the people that has been dead, and they
Oh.
put it like on the front of the cave. So they all like standing together and like, wow. Can you imagine when if it's at night and you see the statue, and inside there is actually the skeleton of the of the
Mm-hmm.
statue. And one more unique thing, if
Mm-hmm.
you're a baby
Uh-huh.
and you're dead,
Mm.
you will be buried in the one of the specific tree there.
A tree.
Tree, yeah,
Oh.
the tree. So they cut the wood and put it there.
Oh, I see. I see. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
I
for. Hmm?
I don't I'm not telling this to scare everyone, but this is, I think, it's like the most unique, and then you cannot find it anywhere in the world.
Actually, yes, it is quite unique, especially because that I do know a few Torajan people, and most of them are already Christian now, but they still keep to their
Yeah.
traditional pre-Christian beliefs.
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
see. So that's actually very, very interesting that not even other cultures, usually sometimes cultures here have a similarity with cultures abroad, perhaps, but that I don't really even see in other places, like, for example, in Africa or in South America. No, I don't see
Yes.
anything like that.
Yes.
So very, very unique. And that's one thing that you've experienced as a for someone from a specific culture. But what about a specific event or experience that you have encountered during your travels across Indonesia? Do you have one in mind?
um, Experience
Mm-hmm.
of culture. Actually, when you talk about the culture of
Mm-hmm.
Indonesia, there's no such thing as culture of Indonesia, because we are so diverse
Right.
and huge, and each place has their unique tradition. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're talking about my experience, I think the most unique culture thing that I've experienced is when I went to Pasola Festival in Sumba. Sumba is one of the
Mm.
island in East Nusa Tenggara.
Mm-hmm.
So this Pasola thing is actually a festival of a harvest. So
Mm.
so these two groups of people um, in Sumba, in Modi, I think,
Mm-hmm.
from different villages, the old men, they're riding horses,
Mm-hmm.
and they throw the spear to each other, so so it's actually very violent.
Uh-uh.
But you can watch it in public.
Mm-hmm.
So that time I was really, really amazed and scared at the same time, and I had to wear my helmet because because sometimes the spear can go to the people. And then, but that's I think the most unique thing that I've experienced. Because I also run towards the other side, because
Mm-hmm.
from the other group come to here, and then, oh, it's very chaos and everything, but that's very fun.
So it's actually, so when you watch from the outside as an audience and you watch the two villages like fight, throwing the spears.
Yes.
So the
It's actually war with the horse and spears.
oh, okay. Also, it's like warfare reenacting, yeah.
Yes.
Ah, I see, I see. So, but so it's something that you recommend people see, but be careful about, as there is no. I remember that
Yes.
there is no protection. So when you watch, so you just watch next to the
Yes,
field.
and there's no tribune to watch or anything. It just
Mm.
in a savannah, like a big savannah,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you just stand there and run and save for yourself.
To be honest, that is one thing that I've always wanted to see personally when I go to Nusa Tenggara again, but I didn't have the chance before. So, how do you get there from? I believe that the biggest airport is El Tari in Kupang. So, How do you actually get to
No,
Sumba?
you can go to Sumba. Actually, there is a direct flight from Bali.
Oh, really?
It's just 1 hour 15 minutes flight
Oh.
from Bali. You can, and there are two airports in Sumba,
Oh.
in the East Part or the West Part. So that's very easy actually. And then yeah, you can go everywhere. And Sumba is very very beautiful as well. Maybe number 4 in the list.
Oh, I see, I see. So you would land in the Eastern Airport, yes? Or the... If you want to see the Pasola.
No, the Pasola you can fly to any of the airports in Sumba,
Mhm.
and then you drive around 2 hours to Kodi or something.
Oh, Kodi.
And yeah, and then the festival is actually around February or March.
Ah, I see, I
So
see.
they have a different calendar because it depends. This is another thing. The harvest can the festival can start when the head of the village, like the very very highest priest, they say, well, we can start the festival, and the sign of the festival actually comes from the worms on the sand. That has a glow in the dark thing.
Oh.
See?
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so these are from the sea, yes?
Yes. So it's one of the event that is actually go together in a step. So there is a praying from the mountain, and then you go down to the beach, and then you find the worms, and then you cook everything, and then you go to the savannah and do the war.
Oh, I see, I see. And okay, so I see that that's very unique actually, and I believe that if anyone would go there, it would be something that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Yes.
Yes.
I assume at least, yeah.
Well, you cannot compare Indonesia to any other country in the world. First, because Indonesia is a huge country. We have 3 different time zones, and we are the 4th most populous country in the world. So we have 267 million people living in Indonesia, and then more than 17,000 islands, and but around 300 ethnic groups, and more than 700 language. Remember, language, not accent. So the unique thing about Indonesia is when you drive just 1 hour from any place in Indonesia, or you go by boat or drive, you can find already different culture, different language, different custom, different clothes, different food, because it's so diverse. And then that's how I love Indonesia. I mean, actually, when you travel around Indonesia, I mean domestically as an Indonesian, every places in Indonesia always give me surprise because they are so different and unique. So Indonesia is not for everybody. I mean, if you love nature, culture, especially if you love beach and underwater, then Indonesia is the best place to go. And plus, Indonesia is located in Coral Triangle. If you know, Coral Triangle is the place where the most number of species underwater is from. So we are like the source. As a diver myself, when you dive, unlike when I dive abroad, Indonesia, you will see like in one dive you can see like so many colorful fishes and corals and everything. Unlike in abroad in some countries, maybe the fish is always silver or gray, but here like whoa, very colorful. So yeah, Indonesia is very 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 beautiful and unique.
I see. So it's actually very hard to compare it with anywhere else. So that's something important for all the viewers. If you want something different, go to Indonesia.
And besides, you cannot finish Indonesia in just 1 week or 3 days. It's impossible because with more than 17,000, if you stay one island in one night, it will take up around more than 40 years.
See, so that's a testament to exactly how big and how diverse Indonesia is, how unique it is
Yeah, and
definitely.
plus we are in the tropical country, means the weather is always hot, sunshine 365 days a year.
Yeah. So no, the worst thing is only the rain, but everywhere else sunshine and good warm weather. Yeah.
Well, in some months like like now December, January, February, it will be a rainy season, but that's only like some hours in a day. You still can enjoy outside. Okay, Indonesian basically everywhere we are very friendly people. Especially when you come from other country, because we like to host you as our guest. So in Indonesia, everybody is helpful. Maybe we don't speak English that much, especially in the rural areas. But we always smile and help you, and then even in some places, they will invite you to come and have a meal together. So Indonesia, there's so much fun. I mean, besides all the nature and everything, the people is very friendly. I mean, even for me, as someone from Jakarta, from the capital, they always treat you well. So even for me, everybody in Indonesia speak Indonesia as an official language. Like in the school, we speak Indonesia. But in some remote area, I cannot even speak the language. But there's always, because we are so friendly, so you can get by.
Yes, you can get by. But are there any things that you should at least try to remember to avoid to make your experience better when meeting?
I think the most common thing is, first, Indonesian loves to eat rice, so don't expect to eat bread like in your country. We have bread, but we eat rice like religiously, 3 times a day. That's first. Second, we treat our right hand respectfully. I mean, if you give something or receive something, just use your right hand. That's our tradition and culture. And then third, probably you don't touch the head of any, of older people.
Of course.
Because I don't know what is the what is the meaning behind that, but that's our tradition. So you can touch the head of the child or kids, but not the elder people. You pay respect with the older people.
Yes, okay. So not very many things that you should look out for. So in general, it's always a very pleasant experience when meeting with locals from anywhere from Aceh to Papua, Sabang to Merauke.
Yes.
In general, it's always a good experience. Yes.
Yes. But those three things that I said previously, that's applied to every places in Indonesia.
Okay. I see. Yes. So write that down, viewers. Okay. Next time you come here. And speaking of the viewers, since a lot of them, we want everyone who watches here, especially those not from Indonesia, or even those from Indonesia, to not only just come here but also explore every single place here as much as possible, to have the widest amount of experiences to be had in Indonesia. And I would like to ask you, Mbak, what is your message to the rest of the world, or even other Indonesians like living in the capital or only in the cities? What is your message to promote Indonesia's tourism? Why should they come here? Why should they explore Indonesia?
I'm not the minister of tourism here, but
not yet. Maybe not yet.
but my message is, go explore Indonesia, because I never find anyone who's been to Indonesia that don't like Indonesia. So
Yes.
yes, but remember, since we are still in this pandemic, be careful with you have to follow all the protocols and all that. And then we are not yet open for the foreigners unless they're in business. But there's nothing, you don't have to worry about Indonesia. We are also modern as well as traditional. So yeah, just come to Indonesia.
Right then. Then from that note, I would like to say thank you to Mbak Trinity. Thank you for sharing your information to not only me and the team,
My pleasure.
and of course to all the viewers. Thank you for watching. We would like for you to not only just enjoy this piece by Mbak Trinity, but also to come and actually see us. And when you do, after all of this is over, we'll be waiting and we'll be more than happy to show you around.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, just go to my Instagram at Trinity Traveler.
We'll put it down here.
I might answer your questions. Perhaps where should I go? Actually now you can also browse. Internet is everything now. But maybe you want to know about specific thing. Just
Okay.
come to me.
All right then. So I would say, that's thank you, and from us, from Trinity, thank you to Trinity, thank you to all the viewers, and from us at Indonesia International Week, we'll see you in Indonesia very soon.